Shouldn't skipping to payday be as easy as skipping to the next song? Introducing MyPay from Chime. Get up to $500 of your pay before payday. Get paid when you save with MyPay. Start at Chime.com. Eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range from $20 to $500. Provided by the Bank or Bank N.A. and Stride Bank N.A.
Hey, it's me, the Quenchies. I'm that late afternoon craving you just can't shake. Wait, what's that? Welch's Grape Aid? No! Made with real fruit and no added sugar, nothing answers the call of the Quenchies like Grape Aid. Got the Quenchies? Grab a Grape Aid in your juice aisle.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily. 5 Main Signs You Are Not Over Your Ex by Eddie Corbano of lovesagame.com. Hello, everybody. I am your host, Greg Audino. Thank you for joining me for another day here at ORD. Obviously, though we often don't talk about it, a big part of our relationships is the relationship that we have with ourselves after a relationship with someone else ends. Breakups especially provide such crucial times for us to look after ourselves and be honest with ourselves. But we all know how confusing those times can be. That's why Eddie Corbano is back today to help us make sense of them and thus improve our relationships with ourselves. So let's take a look at what he has to say and start optimizing your life. 5 Main Signs You Are Not Over Your Ex by Eddie Corbano of lovesagame.com. One of the most fatal characteristics of breakup recovery is what I call the 2 steps forward, 1 step back phenomenon. Maybe you've experienced it already. You wake up one morning and feel great. During the next few hours, you notice that you haven't thought about your ex for a while. You feel energized and motivated to get out there and live your life. You feel happy. You feel good. That's it, you think. I'm finally over him or her. Until you experience that one moment, which unfortunately shows that you're far from it. Later that day, you see someone that looks exactly like your ex, or a friend you had not seen for a long time asks you how you two are doing. Or maybe you find something that belonged to him or her under the couch, and boom, you're back to square one. At least it feels that way. The truth is that you've made 2 steps forward, and now just 1 step back. But what it means is that you've still made 1 step forward. So you've actually made progress. We have to understand that breakup recovery is not a straight line. We don't go from complete breakdown to extreme happiness in just a certain amount of days. It is more like climbing a huge mountain. While doing the arduous climb to the next stages, we may trip, fall, and slide down to the previous base camp. And the thought that we have to make this horrible climb again seems unbearable. All these exertions for nothing? But it wasn't for nothing. Now that we know the biggest obstacles, we can hike past them and find better and faster trails. We didn't lose what we have learned along the way that we've already traveled. 5 signs you are still not over your ex. After such a fall, you may ask yourself how you can know for sure that you are over your ex once and for all. There is one way to know. You know that you are definitely over your ex when you can stand in front of them, talk to them, know that they are in a new relationship, and feel nothing. That is the ultimate test. But I don't recommend doing that unless you are absolutely sure. Otherwise, it could throw you way back. What's easier to determine are signs that you are not over them. These are the recurring patterns that happen when we are still in the depression or rebuilding phase. You haven't let go of your ex if you experience one of the following. 1. The urge to contact them is nearly uncontrollable. You feel an almost physical need to contact them, like hearing from them is crucial for your well-being. You have the urge to share your thoughts and worries with them as you did while you were still together. That means that you still think that your ex is your confidential person, the one you share your life with. Number 2. The cyberstalking is killing you. We discussed the fatal consequences of cyberstalking many times before, but the main sign that you haven't moved on yet is not the fact that you are curious about their life. It is that it devastates you when you find out certain details. Remember, the ultimate goal is indifference. You're checking Facebook, and there are your ex's newest pictures of his or her new life, and it kills you? Nope, you are still not over him or her. Number 3, you have no clue why the relationship really ended. To understand and fully grasp the real reasons why the relationship ended in the first place, so that you can learn from this experience, is an essential part of moving on. So by implication, if you have no clue, and you maybe blame yourself alone for blowing it, then you still have recovery work to do. Number 4. You have the secret hope that everything will be as it was before. The false belief that your ex will eventually become the person he or she was before, given enough time, I love you assurances from you, persistence and maybe even stalking, is the main reason you may feel stuck. Letting go means accepting, and accepting means letting go of the hope of getting back together. Once you do, you take responsibility for your life and your recovery. Number 5. You are caught in the what if and if only trap. You are still going through scenarios about what would have happened if you haven't done this or that. You are blaming yourself for the mistakes you think you've made, and you are convinced that it was solely your fault that the relationship ended. If you'd had only told them how much you loved them more often, or fought less, or cooked them more dinners, or brought them flowers, or whatever. If you find yourself caught in this fatal trap regularly, then you are still not over your ex. Conclusion. Whether you are or you are not over them, you can only determine with the ultimate test I've stated earlier. But because this test can often do more harm than good, you can use the last signs to get a vague idea of how far you've come. In any case, I advise you not to rush yourself, and don't force your recovery, because it takes as long as it takes. Your friend, Eddie Corbano. You just listened to the post titled 5 Main Signs You Are Not Over Your Ex by Eddie Corbano of lovesagame.com.
Introducing My Pay from Chime, a revolutionary new way to get paid. Let's say new dates to your favorite band's sold-out tour drop Tuesday, but you get paid Friday. Life doesn't wait for payday. With My Pay from Chime, you can get up to $500 of your pay before payday. No interest, no credit check, no mandatory fees. My Pay. Get paid when you say. Start at Chime.com. Eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range from $20 to $500. $2 fee to get funds instantly. Provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. and Stride Bank N.A.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with the new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there?
Taking bribes.
Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kan du norsk?
If you've heard that sound from Babbel before, I bet you do. Babbel is the science-backed language learning app that actually works. With quick 10-minute lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel gets you on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. With over 16 million subscriptions sold and a 20-day money-back guarantee, just start speaking another language with Babbel. Right now, up to 55% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/Spotify podcast. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify podcast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
And thank you to Eddie for making some sense of breakup recovery, a skill of his that we do love showcasing. As he said, breakup recovery is much like climbing a mountain, with a lot of slips, slides, and general unpredictability. With that being the case, it can be very challenging to find landmarks, or checkpoints, if you will, that we can use to assess where we're at, but thanks to Eddie, we have some measuring sticks that can help us be truthful with ourselves and know where we stand and have more clarity because of it. Though we may find we're not as close to full recovery as we thought or would hope to be, know that that's okay. These things do take time, and a better step for recovery is to be honest about exactly how much progress we've made than trying to muscle through or deny any lingering pain. That is going to do it for today, though, everyone. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoyed this post as much as I did. And I will see you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.